Okay, we've blasted off. Let's get started. We're briefly going to talk about the Iowa school shooting. Multiple gunshot victims in shooting in Iowa school, sheriff says. Here's the update from that. You know, we're back. We're so back. America is back. School shootings are back. You know, it is. That's just how it goes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's just how it happens out here.
Approximately 7:37 a.m., we had a Sears radio activation at the high school, which indicated an active shooter situation. An officer first arrived within 7 minutes of that activation and located multiple gunshot victims. We're still unclear of exactly how many are injured or what the extent of those are, but we're working on that right now. There is no further danger to the public. The community is safe. We're just now working backwards, trying to figure out everything that happened.
People are already saying it was a false flag attack to distract from the Epstein list. Oh, fuck, man. I love that. That's great. I don't think people understand. Nothing will happen to those who are on the Epstein list. Okay? Like, people think that, oh, if we find out about celebrities on the Epstein list, like, ooh, something bad will happen. I mean, it's like, no. Don't be deluded. Okay? No, it doesn't matter if the names get leaked or whatever. What are you going to do? Look at the Dersh. He's operating every day.
And make notifications. There'll be another update later on today. It's still very early. This happened at approximately 7:37 this morning. School didn't start yet, luckily, so there was very few students and faculty in the building.
Bro, who goes to shoot up a school at 7:37 beforehand? I thought school shooters hated school. Wait, what? This dude is like international baccalaureate. Like he's taking like AP classes, IB classes. Like, man, I love going to school so much. I came in early. That's crazy.
Building, which I think contributed to a good outcome in that sense. But we'll have more information later on this afternoon. We will not be releasing any more information in the meantime. So please be patient with us so that we can talk with these victims and their families and try and figure out what happened. We won't be answering any questions today either, for right now. We'll let you know later on this afternoon, what time we'll be meeting back with you
Leonardo
again.
DiCaprio's
and
on
we
the
hope
list?
to provide more
What?
detail then.
No, he's not.
Just to be clear, you don't have a number of people who were injured in this?
We're still working on that.
Have you identified the shooter?
Yes.
As far as I understand, there's multiple wounded, but I don't think anybody died except for the shooter.
Current status, are they alive?
Oh, we'll get to that later on this afternoon.
Can you confirm if the shooter was a student?
No, Leonardo DiCaprio is mentioned by Jeffrey Epstein. This latest round, guys, we covered the Epstein files live last night when it first leaked. When it first dropped, sorry, not leaked. Jeffrey Epstein name dropped him. Jeffrey Epstein name dropped him, but we'll get to it. Jeffrey Epstein name dropped him to one of the victims, basically. One of the girls that was like massaging him. Saying like, oh, yeah, I talk to Leonardo DiCaprio on the phone all the time, which was mentioned in the court proceedings, but we don't know if he hung out with Leonardo DiCaprio at all. Oh my God, dude, this already is like uploaded by Hasan Reactions at 124,000 views, bro. My HasanAbi Clips Industrial Complex channels unironically doing better than my main channel right now. This is like, this video in and of itself is like outperforming. I don't even know if we posted a video yet, like on my main channel. But yeah, look at this. is outperforming my videos. With peace and love, your main channel uploads too slow. I know. Someone's getting fired? No. Why do you allow your Hasanabi industrial complex to continue to operate like if they're like constantly stealing views essentially? 2 reasons. I guess 1 reason. I don't care. That's it. As long as they're like, I don't care. I want people to be able to make money off this content. And the second reason is because there are far too many videos that I would never be able to edit anyway off of a 10-hour broadcast. So as long as they're the ones who are editing and like uploading them on their own, they can make money off them. Who cares? Why not just tape the cable down on your floor like that typical engineer? Yeah. And then Kaya ate it. Anyway, let's keep watching.
I can't confirm that right now.
Can you confirm any deaths?
Is there
No,
a
not right now.
reunification center for families and students right now?
Great point. The reunification center has already been established, and at most of those, I think all the kids have been reunified already. So we're good in that area. Thank you.
Were there any faculty members that were hurt?
I can't answer that question yet.
Have you made any apprehensions or arrests?
Can't answer that question yet either.
We'll take no further questions at this time. We'll see you this afternoon.
Sorry, just wanted to make sure.
I will let you know. We don't know.
Iowa Department of Public Safety will push out a message as far as location and time of the next press conference.
Okay.
So if you go to the Iowa Department of Public Safety website, it'll be posted there probably
Shortly after noon.
Shortly after noon. I'm sorry.
Any surveillance video available?
There's nothing more that we're going to be able
thank
to
you.
answer right now.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
back.
The breaking news out of Iowa, we just heard from law enforcement there.
Hasanabi makes lots of money. His official clip channel is slow as hell. Editing anything, those other clip channels are a needed business. What Hasanabi should do is pay those people to edit on his main channel and unionize the clip industry. That's interesting that you're saying that because we do that. And secondly, what, you want me to pay random channels that are already making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year if they can monetize those videos, like my videos, but also then pay on top of that? Like what? Some of those channels get like millions of views. I don't know if you know that, and they're verified and stuff. So I don't know if you know this, but they should be paying me. In under normal circumstances, the way it works is they pay me for, using the IP that they are taking. I'm personally saying it's fine. It's fine for them to do so. But if you want me to ask them to also, if you want me to also pay them on top of that, I don't know what you mean. But some of those editors we do use, yes, and they edit for the main channel and get paid for it. How the hell did you get 70K on your gaming channel with only like 2 videos per month? The gaming channel has been cooking. It's not 2 videos per month. The only problem is I don't game enough. Gotta get them on board with the official channel and pay them with the revenue from the main channel and have them unionized. Okay, I should have not responded to that chatter. Now he's like chirping further with ridiculous. It's the same principle behind people being like, excuse me, why don't you pay your chatters? Socialism is when me as a chatter get paid to be in the chat. This is how it's supposed to work. We are actually behind on all the gaming VODs. You were farming gaming in 2023. We release at least 2 vids a week. There you go.
They're confirming a shooting at the Perry High School. They got word of it at about 7:37
Me and the CNN anchor are dressed up in the exact same way, which I respect.
a.m. local time. Police arrived 7 minutes later and found multiple shooting victims. No word on how many or the condition of the people who were shot there, although they make clear there is no current danger to the community. As in other words, it's a secure situation, no ongoing threat.
They did say, too, that they had identified the shooter, but we have no details on who that was, whether they were related to the school in any kind of way. CNN producer Aaron Pellish is there for us now. He's been taking these pictures for us, so thank you and your team for that. And obviously the candidates are in town, and there are a lot of people in town, reporters in town, and producers in town, because that is where Vivek Ramaswamy was today. He's already tweeted out that he sent his prayers to the community and to the high school there in Perry. Aaron, what are you seeing at this hour, and did anything strike you from the press conference that you were videotaping?
Squeaks has ruined me. He's broken my brain.
Yeah, Sarah, it's a very calm scene here. It seems like, as Dallas County Sheriff's Department said in their press conference just a minute ago, that they have this scene under control here. A lot of law enforcement still on the ground here. A lot of media here, obviously, covering developments as they still unfold. One of the things that struck me, as we heard from the Dallas County Sheriff, is that they got reports from the incident at 7.
Vivek Ramaswamy being in town while the school shooting is happening is kind of perfect, because there is no closer to a school shooter candidate than Vivek Ramaswamy. Like vibes-wise, Vivek Ramaswamy is oh my God, I'm calling him Ramaswamy. Oh, God damn it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop. We're done. I'm going to literally never play No Pixel ever again, and I'm going to start banning it. If you guys do that, no, stop. Oh, my God, chat. No, I'm a political commentator. No. This is devastating. I was going to interview this man. Like, there was a point in time when we were going to interview him. And now I'm calling him Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, we're back. Vivek Ramaswamy, which is his name, is Vivek Ramaswamy is the closest you can get to a school shooter in all of the candidates across the board. Like, Blake Masters was the school shooting candidate, right? And Ramaswamy is carrying that torch.
7:37 a.m. local time, that there was a shooting incident at the school, and as we heard, multiple gunshot victims. I was driving up here, as you mentioned, for a Vivek Ramaswamy event that was taking place in town around 10. The event was scheduled for around 9 o'clock local time, and so I was driving up here in between 8 and 9 o'clock, heading towards the event, and saw dozens of law enforcement, emergency medical personnel from all across central Iowa, state troopers, Polk County, which is the county that Des Moines is in, Dallas County, Greene County, a nearby county in Iowa, Urbandale.
I mean, it's not that unique to like go to a town that Vivek Ramaswamy was about to be at and then experience a mass shooting, or like know that there is a mass shooting happening there. Because it's like, it happens everywhere. 2024 has only started 4 days ago, and we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mass shootings. So, yeah, January 1st, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 mass shootings. 1 in Cicero, Illinois, and then 1 in Perry, Iowa. 3 dead in the Perry, Iowa one, and 4 dead in the Texas Orange one. Yeah. It's just like, let's be real. Serious political commentator, you called Biden Brandon in front of another candidate? Okay, that's fair. I've called Biden Brandon in front of 2 candidates. Jank is also, don't care, still voting for Jank. Jank is also a presidential candidate. You have January 1st, Los Angeles, California. 2 dead, 8 injured. 2 people were killed and 8 others were injured after a fight occurred at a New Year's party in downtown Los Angeles. You have January 1st in Springfield, Missouri. A security guard shot and injured 4 people at a bar due to a misunderstanding, which is, again, the most American way to do shootings. January 1st, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. A teenager was killed and 4 other people were injured in a drive-by shooting spanning a 6-block radius. January 1st, Orange, Texas. A man fatally shot 3 of his family members at a house before turning the gun on himself. January 2nd, Cicero, Illinois. 3 dead, 1 injured. A man fatally shot his girlfriend and her cousin and injured his infant son before killing himself. And then January 4th, Perry, Iowa. 1 dead, 3 injured. The 1 dead is the shooter himself. Multiple victims were shot, including at least 2 students and an administrator at Perry High School. Police have reported the shooter committed suicide. So, security guards have guns in America? Come, brother. Barb Leahy. Security guards. Infants have guns in America. Of course security guards have guns in America. Everyone, monkeys have guns in America, okay? Like zoo animals. Like, there are so many guns in the United States of America that you can literally accidentally give a dog a gun, okay? I'm sure that if I were to look it up, there's probably at least 1 instance where a dog accidentally misfired on their owner. There are guns everywhere in this country, okay? There are guns basically flowing out of water fountains. It's less likely, it's harder to go to a place in the United States of America where there are no guns than a place where there are. In the United States of America, we have sexual intercourse with our guns. In the United States of America, we actually unironically marry our guns. That's true. Up, there you go. Told you. Man shot dead after dog steps on hunting rifle's trigger. Called it. Man shot dead. German Shepherd was in the back of a car. The victim was in the front seat. January 26, 2023. That was last year. I told you. I didn't have to see it or read it. I just knew. Because why? You know why? Because that's a statistical probability. At that point, it's just statistics. It's a likelihood. The video that I have the video lined up for this, the Nevada video. That's another very American thing. All right, let's finish
Police
the story.
we've seen on site, West Des Moines police we've seen on site. So law enforcement from all over the place responding within the hour to this incident. And as you said, Sarah, we're still learning more from law enforcement here.
Aaron, I know that you sort of just got into town the last couple of days, but I'm wondering if you know the hospital, the one that I found that was a Trauma 1 center was all the way in Des Moines, which is a 40-minute drive. Did you notice or see anything closer, just a hospital, because gunshot wounds require such intense care?
Sarah,
aren't something like 90% of the guns in the U.S. owned by like 7% of the population? I don't know what the exact population percentage is of people who own guns, but you're talking about people who own legal guns that we know of, or at least people that we know of that have guns. But here's the thing. A lot of gun owners don't just have one gun. There are more guns in circulation in this country than there are people. However, a lot of gun owners don't just own one gun. A lot of gun owners also own an arsenal of guns, right? So there are a lot of arsenal owners or a lot of arsenal havers in this country. That part is true, okay? The difference is you have to look at like what the normal gun ownership percentage is supposed to look like in a country, right? What is this? Guns aren't the problem. Disarming lawful owners only hurts democracy. Allowing law enforcement personnel to purchase prohibited weapons while not allowing private citizens is scary. Oh my God. No, guns are the problem. Okay? Guns are the problem. Without a lack of, without any regulation whatsoever, yes, gun ownership is ridiculous. There is no other argument on the planet. There's no other place on the planet where you make this argument. Okay? God damn it. Being an American is unironically a brain disease that is impossible to cure. Okay? The solution, of course, for many Americans with that kind of brain disease is purchasing more guns. %7 is bullshit per Gallup. Gun ownership in the U.S. 2020 was 32%. Look at America. Firearm ownership per 100 persons. The United States is at 120.5%, only followed after the Falklands Islands, okay, at 62%, and Yemen at 52%, New Caledonia at 42.5%, and then Serbia at 39.1%, Montenegro at 39.1%, don't mess with the Balkans, Canada at 34.7%. Like, no one comes near the United States of America. This is, of course, firearms per 100 persons, like firearms per capita, so guns in circulation. What I want to know is, like, what percentage of gun ownership is, like... Now, obviously, you understand why this number is so high in, like, Yemen or Serbia or Montenegro. I think you guys get that, right? So why is it so unimaginably high? It's not necessarily that Serbians are homosexuals. It's just that's what happens when you have, you know, war. I mean, look at the unregistered firearms. In the United States of America, you have 300, like, oh, wait, why is this is saying, like, all guns are unregistered, I think, right? Technically. Or something, because there's, what? Where's America on this list? America has 1 million registered firearms to 392. According to the Congressional Research Service, as of 2009, there were roughly twice as many guns per capita in the United States as there were in 1968, more than 300 million guns in all. It's such a classic Ameribrain take that if there's a problem, the solution is always more of the problem. Traffic, more lanes, gun violence, more guns. Yeah, because those people are not... I thought you didn't speak on breaking news. What? My friend, covering the like police, like briefly covering the Iowa school shooting after the police released the testimony, or the police released a take, is like very different than making erroneous claims. Anyway, I've brought this up before. Why am I doing it? My resolutions are falling apart, chat. We're going to continue. I'm going to continue not reading chatters that are in here in bad faith for the most part, I think. I do suspect that chatter was probably not here in good faith. He was probably in bad faith, but I will respond nonetheless in a positive and calm manner and tell them, listen, chatter, an official government body has released information about an event that has taken place. So yes, of course, I will look at the official government body that revealed information about an event that unfolded. That is different than making up erroneous claims about a thing that is occurring, which is oftentimes what many people do when a situation like this unfolds. And the only time I ever cover things like that is if it gets out of hand. Like, for example, when a mass shooting occurs and then Republicans immediately run and say, oh, it's a trans person, right?
It's hard to say. I'm not as familiar with the state as some others. You know, I've spent a lot of time here covering political events, but luckily for me, I have not spent a lot of time at the hospital. But Des Moines is the largest city all around. We've talked about it on air recently, previously. This town is a very
or saying that a terrorist blew up a bomb at a border. That's exactly right. Like, that was another example where I was like, I'm not going to cover it yet. However, if there is misinformation, I will approach it with some critical thinking. For example, the Iranian explosion yesterday. I didn't tell you with a certainty what the responsible party was. I told you simply who it can be, and I told you who it's least likely to be responsible for. Now we actually have information on, or at least now we know who has taken responsibility for it, which I will be covering in a little bit, right? The Islamic State has taken responsibility for it. ISIS has in the past. ISIS has a very solid track record, I would say, of taking ownership over attacks that they are responsible for. There are, however, instances where they have taken ownership over attacks that they haven't done, but usually they will take ownership over their own personal attacks. Like, that's pretty consistent. TikTok is already giving their crazy takes about this crap.
Hey, Hasan, did you?
What the hell is this? This is a child. Wait, this is your own. What? Don't link your own TikTok of your sister or something. I don't know if that's you. Right-wing freaks accounts are already sharing unconfirmed reports that it was someone who had LGBTQ positive messages and had hashtag gender fluid in their posts. See, like, the problem is a lot of people love doing that. And a lot of people claim that I do that as well when I don't. And if anything, I go against that sort of thing, which is like immediately rushing and saying, oh, it absolutely is. It absolutely is this, or it absolutely is a terrorist, or it absolutely is a gay guy. It's a gay guy that did the shooting. And it's like, it's America, okay? Queer people also engage in mass shootings from time to time. It's just very, very unlikely that the shooters are queer, but it can happen. It's the United States of America, baby. We got mass shooters of all different sorts, all different backgrounds, okay? Yeah, that's definitely a weird take. I mean, it's true. There was a trans school shooter, as you guys remember. It happens. Not likely or common, but it does happen. It can happen. This is a melting pot. It's the most American thing that can happen. Just less likely as we're a smaller percentage of the population. Exactly. Yeah. It's just, access to weapons. That's it. So yeah. I saw some gun owner chatters that are genuinely curious in the chat as to what the solution is, since they can shoot recreationally. Could you explain to them the overall issue a bit and explain your solution? Yes. Licenses. Every gun in the country has to be registered. Every gun in the country has to have a license. Every gun in the country has to be tied to a number. And not only that, but also You can go and get a gun. However, you need to demonstrate your competence with a gun. You need to get trained. You need to show that you know how to handle a gun. And more importantly than that, you need to also show that you know how to safely keep a gun in your home. You need to be able to purchase a gun safe, for example, with a lock. This system operates all around the world, globally. One other example, or one other thing that I would add on to it is that you need to get a psych profile conducted before you are able to get a gun license. You need to also get 2 character witnesses at least, minimum 2 character witnesses to be able to purchase a gun as well. And no, I don't care that that would be used against like marginalized people or something like that. What do you mean? What if they're inherited? Can you drive your father's car that it was passed down to you without a license? No. You can't. It is illegal. I mean, you can, but it would be illegal, right? If you get caught driving your dad's car and you didn't swap over the registration to yourself after your dad passed away, and you're driving the car without a license, then yeah, you're going to get caught. If you get caught, you're going to get in trouble. Yeah, you would have to re-register your guns. I think the entry point to this conversation is and should be very similar to like the first thing, day one, first thing you should do for gun control in this country is to, have it resemble the structure that we have for cars. Cars are very deadly. It would be better if we had less cars in this country and we utilize public transit more. I feel the same way about guns as well. Less guns in circulation.
What do you say to people who?
But if we were to implement like common sense gun regulation, common sense gun control, day one, common sense gun control is make it resemble the structure that we have for driver's licenses.
Who think that there are too many mass shootings in the United States of America?
It's the fucking idiots that pull the trigger.
Yeah.
It's not the people that own the guns.
Right. What if the idiots that pull the trigger own the guns?
Hey, are you an idiot?
Should we?
Anyone can own a car. You get licensed to drive, not own. No, that's not. I don't think that's true. Yeah, like XQC them out. Yeah, there's a reason why the divorce memes popped off. Your XQC is a great example of this. There's a reason why the divorce memes popped off and like the McLaren was split in half technically because he didn't have a driver's license. Which is precisely the reason why he had to split the ownership. Yeah, he had to split the ownership with someone who did have a driver's license. Dealerships won't sell you a car if you don't have a driver's license. Also, technically, here's the thing. Technically, you can have a gun in this structure as well. Just like you can drive a car without a driver's license. It's just illegal. So you're pointing to a way that like the law will not capture every single person, but that's not how you write laws. I've said this before. Nothing will make it so that there are zero casualties due to gun violence. The goal with any kind of responsible legislation is to, one, write it for the dumbest person in mind, And two, make it as hard to, as hard as possible to engage in illicit behavior, in criminal behavior.